Hello and welcome back to Cinema Wellman. We may be the reason Netflix has discontinued their mailing service. I'm your host, David, and today's episode is the first of a planned series that will be known as Spoiler Alert. From time to time when I'm discussing a movie during an episode, I'll mention that I won't spoil it for you because I care about you as a moviegoer. It's just a common courtesy, I think. You may want to see the movie on your own, and I want you to have the same initial experience as I did. It's just a nice thing to do. But these spoiler alert episodes will be episodes dedicated to giving away anything and everything about a movie. The rules are pretty simple. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to see it at some point, simply skip the episode. I'll make it clear what movie it is in the title of it, so no confusion there. If you don't think you'll ever see the movie that I'm spoiling, or if you think you might watch it anyway, knowing all about it, well then full speed ahead. Today, Cinema Wellman will ruin the 2014 Ukrainian film, The Tribe. This is probably the third episode in which I've mentioned The Tribe, and I mentioned it last week because it has no score, and it made me come up with the idea to do this because I did mention I wasn't going to spoil that movie. And the reason I mentioned The Tribe so many times is that because it had such an impact on me. This movie has been described as brutal, unique, experimental, bleak, shocking, disturbing, and for what it's worth, shockingly disturbing. So, last chance to exit before The Tribe is ruined. Okay, so thanks for sticking around. So here we go. From IMDb, a deaf boy joins a boarding school for similar children. Confronted by the violent criminal antics of some of the other boys and girls, he struggles to conform and join the tribe. As I previously mentioned while talking about this movie, all of the actors in it are deaf. The film is in Ukrainian Sign Language, and we get zero help. An intro screen reads, "This film is in sign language. There are no translations, no subtitles, no voiceover." As an audience, we're on our own to interpret what's going on by watching the actors sign while they act. It is at times extremely challenging to do all of the interpreting on the basis of a character's signs and actions, and that's part of the point of this movie. Members of the deaf community are in the minority. When watching this film, the viewer is in the minority and on the outskirts of whatever is going on because we just can't interpret sign language. We are the outsiders, and the actors are using Ukrainian Sign Language. And if you know ASL or American Sign Language, you'd only be able to read about 70% of the signs that are used in this film. And as I mentioned in last week's episode, the fact that this is a scoreless film makes it even more amazing. It's truly a silent movie. One more fact that makes this movie unique and unforgettable is that it consists of only 34 shots. That's 34 shots in 126 minutes. That's almost 4 minutes a shot. There's some lingering scenes in this film, and some of them are downright grisly, yet the filmmaker won't allow us to look away. 34 shots, the whole movie. John Wick, 34 shots, 19 seconds. Just think of that, though. All right, here we go. The tribe centers around Sergei, the new boy at this absolutely terrifying boarding school. The school is run by the king and the members of his tribe. What the king and his tribe do on a regular basis include shakedowns, robberies, assaults, and pimping out female classmates at truck stops. This is a nasty bunch. Upon arrival, Sergei is bullied mercilessly and ganged up on in a 4-on-1 fight. When Sergei actually stands up to the bullies and fights back, he is allowed to join the tribe. At the start, Sergei embraces life as a member of the tribe and participates in all of the sordid criminal activities, or antics, as IMDb called them. When I think of antics, I think of ding dong ditch and toilet papering someone's house. IMDb apparently thinks of assault, battery, and sex trafficking. Sergei participates in this behavior until he falls in love with Anya, one of his classmates being pimped out. Sergei loves Anya and wants to save her. Anya doesn't want to be saved and is trying to escape the school and the entire country by getting a passport so she and a friend, Svetka, can go to Italy. Sergei later literally eats Anya's passport to prevent her getting away from him. Sergei is a good guy in this movie up until the moment he joins the tribe. He's a good guy, a good character, a good person, somebody you're rooting for maybe 20 minutes in this movie, and then he's all tribe. So being overprotective of Anya eventually causes Sergei problems within the group. He breaks rules and is kicked out of the tribe. He's then severely beaten by the 4 bullies who had tormented him since his arrival. Sergei is out for revenge, and the ending of this film is what has stuck with me for so many years. For research purposes, I wanted to watch the ending again, and I found the movie on Tubi and ended up watching just about all of it, not only the end. It's just mesmerizing and it draws you in. It's kind of hypnotic. I didn't time that last shot of the film, but I'm guessing it was more than the 4-minute average. So bent on revenge, we follow Sergei as he walks down the silent halls of his school in the middle of the night. Sergei enters the dorm room of 2 of the bullies. They are fast asleep. The room's a typical dorm with beds on either side. This room featured 2 nightstands between the beds, 1 per person. You have to remember that there is 0 music for this movie. It is scoreless. All you get is natural sounds. When in the room, Sergei looks at the sleeping classmates. He then picks up one of the nightstands and crushes the skull of one of the boys as he sleeps. Remember, no music, all natural sound. When I first saw this, I remember thinking, oh no, why isn't the other guy waking up? And then it hit me. He's deaf. Sergei then picks up the other nightstand and does the same exact thing to tormentor number 2. I was stunned. I was shocked. I was speechless. I was gobsmacked. As this single shot continues, Sergei leaves the room and walks down the hall. I was thinking, no, oh no. Sergei's going after the other 2 bullies? The director isn't going to show that, is he? Is he going to make us watch that again? Damn right he is. Sergei enters room number 2, does the same exact thing, sans music and all natural sound, exits the room, and walks down the stairs. This is still 1 shot. Roll credits. Well, consider the tribe ruined. We hope we sufficiently ruined the movie for you, and remember that you asked for it. And that's a wrap for the first spoiler alert episode here at Cinema Wellman. Thank you for sticking around. Join us next week for the best and worst movies screened here at Cinema Wellman in the month of April. Until then, take care.